Welcome back to another video here. We're going to be working on a 2008 Toyota Prius, and we're going to be replacing the wheel hub assembly as well. You know, they want to replace the rotors because you have to remove this as well. So we're going to go ahead and tackle them as well, and they got the brake pad somewhere. But main video purpose of this video is to replace these wheel hub bearings on this Prius. So first thing you got to do is obviously put a jack under your car. Safety's always first, so get a jack stand and stuff like that. Take the wheel off. You should know how to take the wheel off by now, but I'll show you anyways. Without further ado, let's get into this video on work on this 2008 Toyota Prius wheel hub assembly. All right, so first thing you want to do is take the wheel lugs out. You're gonna need one of these handy dandy breaker bars, and this is gonna be for this car specifically. It's gonna be a 21 millimeter, just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and loosen them up. I need both hands, so give me a second. And just to make things easier, go ahead and get yourself an impact. You can still do this with regular, tools. So I'm trying to do it with both hands, like that. Next step you want to do is remove this lug nut here, or the axle nut, I mean. You see this little piece right here? You're gonna have to bend it out in order to turn the nut. So that's the next step we're gonna do. So you can see, just get a flathead. You're gonna go ahead and hit it with the hammer. I wish I had a tripod at this moment, but you're gonna want to put a flathead in there and basically just pry this out, just so you'll be able to turn the lug nut. All right, so now that the bolt, I keep saying bolt, but it's a nut, is loose, you can go ahead and take the impact. Or you can do it by hand, either way, but sometimes it stays a little tight there, so, but it just makes the job much easier. All right, so next what we're gonna do is we're gonna tackle the caliper. We're gonna go ahead and remove. All right, so after removing the 14 millimeter bolts to hold the caliper, just right here, removing these, caliper just comes right out. I mean, you also will have to squeeze it as well, so you take a flathead, right in between, and then you squeeze it so you can, push in the piston right on the caliper, and you can bring it all back, so you don't have to use another tool to push the piston in. But I gotta get something to hang this up. These are the pads. These are bad as well too. Yeah, now I'm gonna go ahead and tackle the bracket itself, because I was trying to take the bracket itself out, but the caliper was in the way. I need more clearance. And right now, let me get my finger off the camera. You see that bolt right there, 17, this one, and there's one up top right there. So there's two of them. That's what holds in the whole bracket here, and that's what we're gonna be taking out next. And go ahead and get yourself a bungee cord, anything that will hold the caliper up, just so it won't put stress on this line right here. You don't want to break your caliper line, so I have a bungee cord, just basically hold it in place. It's not going anywhere. All right, so after you loosen the bolts, you take this bracket, put it to the side. Rotor comes right off. You're already loosened up all that banging, and that's gonna get replaced anyways. All right, guys, so if you see this line right over here, that's the ABS sensor that connects to right there, and the bolt is right there. And the setup we're gonna be using, extension, a 10 millimeter, and the ratchet. As you can see, it's moving right in there. You can go ahead and remove the ratchet here, do it by hand after. Good thing it's pretty loose here. I don't gotta mess with it to remove it. And just like that, that's your sensor. You wanna go ahead and clean it up, take all this debris off and whatever. But put it to the side here. And just put it right there. And basically we're down to the 4 bolts in the back. So here's a quick view from the back. And we got one bolt right here, 1 bolt top. And then same thing on the other side. There's just these 2 bolts right here to remove the wheel hub itself. So we're almost done with the job here. So this is the setup I'm going to be using to take those bolts out. Extension, the 14. And it fits like a bug in there. Yes, sir. So I need both hands again for this, but you get the idea. Just loosen those bolts up. Ya está grabando, ponlo a grabar ahí. Alright, but so after we remove the bolts, I already took it off. I was doing a video for Facebook as well. I post stories all the time, what I do throughout the day. But this shield as well comes off, and I was doing the back plate that was here. But that's your wheel bearing, wheel hub assembly. I mean, all comes together in one piece for this car. Unless you want the bearing replaced, that's a whole nother video. I got videos on that as well, so go ahead and check out I think a CRV. Mostly all these are the same concept of removing the wheel bearing. So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and clean this up, you know, make it nice and flush and even. And then we got some grease that I like to put, you know, on the axle itself, and that's what we're gonna do. And then install the new one, which is pretty rocket science, you know. Just like you took it out, it's how you put it back in. Get some grease and go ahead and just lube it up all around the axle here. Not the nut itself, but you know, right here on the axle. You don't need too much, just enough, you know, just to have it greased up. I like to put a little bit around here just so it can, you know, come right through. Just slide right in. That's what she said. You know what I'm saying? All right, boys, as simple as that. She still gotta go get the brake pads, but basically the video was to show how to remove the wheel hub and replace it. It's pretty, you know, common sense. Once you take it off, you put it back in the way it was. Make sure everything's tight, and you should be ready to go. If you learned something new in this video, make sure you give it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more. How to do more mechanic work, and, you know, and you can save yourself a couple dollars in your pocket. Appreciate you guys watching, taking your time. All the tools, probably will link them down below, but if not, if you follow the video, I showed every single size that you need and everything, so you should be good to go. Not too much to use of tool-wise to get this job done, and you can do it yourself. So if you did this job, congratulate yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, your boy, CG Fix. Peace.